Good evening, everybody. I'm Dawn. I'll be your instructor for this evening. Welcome to EMT Basic class. Tonight, we're going to go over patient assessment and scene survey, as well as scene safety, and how very important that is in our decision making. I'd like to introduce my instructor.
Hello, everybody. I'm JoeCand, and I will be talking to you today about scene safety.
All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, part of patient assessment, let's discuss what assessment is. It means that you have to integrate what you see on the scene with what you see on your patient and make a field impression. And based on that field impression, you're going to make the decision to get off scene very quickly or stay on scene and talk to your patient a little bit longer. So that scene size up and how safe that scene is plays a crucial role in what we're going to do next for our patient. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to JoeCand.
Hello, everybody. So, one of the biggest components, and when we're talking about scene size up, is the safety of not just yourself, but your partner. We are always concerned about the patient. However, if we become part of the problem, we're not able to assist or help anymore. So, the importance of being safe and it cannot be understated. So let's talk a little bit about what that means. So scene management, the impact of the environment and patient care. When we're talking about scene management and impact of patient care, it depends on what we find and what we see in our initial scene, which we're going to have an opportunity to practice this evening. We want to address those hazards. So multiple things. If you're on an MVA, you want to address traffic control. If you're responding to a home where there's some violence, you want to address that violence and make sure we have the appropriate personnel there. And that's what we're talking about there when we say needs for additional resources or specialized resources depending on the situation. Standard precautions, when we want to talk about our standard precautions, we have to keep in mind what is the scene and what are the precautions for that scene, i.e. if you're responding to a hazardous material scene or a fire or something of that nature, you want to make sure you have the appropriate breathing protection. So there's a bunch of things we're going to practice this evening that as it relates to size up. So I'm going to turn it back over to Dawn, and we're going to show you a little bit about what we're going to do this evening.
All right, everybody, I'm very excited because if you look behind me, we have developed real life situations that you, as the EMT Basic, will enter and decide based on your scene, is it safe to be here and how do I proceed? You also see that there's an ambulance over here for you to decide how quickly or not quickly you're going to get to that rig. So we're very excited to start this. Let's get started tonight. All right, thank you.